So to kick off our conversation, Heather, if I can come to you, from a legal perspective, what is the difference or the relevance of the term restructure as opposed to redundancy?
Thanks, Claire. Redundancy from a legal perspective does have quite a strict definition. So there's three scenarios that can fall within the legal definition of a redundancy. The first is a business closure. So the employer, the organisation ceases to trade altogether. Relatively rare, but obviously would impact all of the employees in that sort of scenario. The second is a workplace closure, so not the complete business closure, but that particular branch, site or place of work is closing down, and that can amount to a redundancy situation for those employees based there. And then the third one, which is perhaps the most common, is just where there's a reduced need for employees to do that particular type of work. So that's your classic where you might have a sales team of 10 people, and unfortunately, due to market conditions, we feel like we can only really support 5. We're going from 10 to 5 to do that particular type of role. That would be your third type of redundancy situation. Restructure, on the other hand, doesn't really have a set legal definition from an employment law perspective, and that generally means something that's not quite as drastic as one of those three scenarios, but you're otherwise reorganising the way that you deliver work, and that impacts employees. So it might be that actually you're not reducing headcounts, you're not looking at losing any employees, but actually the roles are changing slightly, or people need to be realigned, reporting lines, that sort of thing. So a restructure doesn't necessarily mean that you're making redundancies, but often the two things go hand in hand.